Alright everybody, we are back with more content and creations. We are just looking at Ogre stuff today, nothing else. And we are going to continue where we left off with Kurmash and Lisk here, who are Comrest87 and Misty here in chat. So do say hello to them, give them I guess a follow in game. And are either of you streamers? Can't remember. And Commerce was actually one of the first guests on my live feed show way back in the day. So definitely someone who goes back a long way. I'll be back in just a sec. I gotta turn the air conditioning on. Alright, I am back. Hey, when do you want to come back on live feature at one of these days? The voxel stretching is too much to be usable? Damn. Fair enough. Okay. Hold on. There's one other thing, though. You can actually make each of the chain segments 1 unit longer or 2 units longer, or however many units longer. What's up, Serial? Oh yeah, hey Serial. FX Dragon, of course, you're still here. Because, you know, if the chain segments are the I guess length and the thickness of a chain segment doesn't necessarily have to be a very specific proportion. You can have a chain segment that's like this long and it's just really thin. Yeah. You can do it. I believe in you guys. You folks. I don't know. I know you're a guy. Lisk, I don't know, and I don't want to be rude. So like I was saying in the other area, when I walk by it, when I kind of look out from here, that's kind of cool that I see this pattern. But I feel like if these were actually jutting out sideways, like maybe to the right. Well, come, we don't have anybody lined up for this Wednesday. I'd love to have you on. We definitely did not get into all the stuff about the Ogre things that I had intended to last week, so it would be great to have you on since you are a builder, and you'll really be able to get into the detail and discuss it. Everybody's a dude. Gotcha. Alright. Enough of that jibber jabber. Let's get into some of this business. So we checked this out earlier. Triangle's cool. The fact that it's just kind of cut into the sheer stone there, that's a really good effect. That's definitely something I hope a lot more people do. You don't just have to build outward, you can always cut inward. This is not only really cool, but it's definitely to the style. They showed some of the columns where it's kind of got this square, kind of set in, kind of concave segments look, and this does it. This looks great. Very good attention to detail. Mellow. Good one. Alright. These columns, once again, they've got a good flat angle. They almost kind of curve outward instead of going like this. They kind of move more like this, which I like that actually. I like the kind of inverse crescent shape over the kind of rounder sort of thing. It actually makes it look a little bit more, almost a little bit more combative, I think. Cereal, it sounds like you need beer and donuts, buddy. Alright. That's really nice. That's very good use of the material. Looks great. So the bricks here, that looks cool. Those are neat looking little bricks. I don't remember seeing those before. Beer and bacon. I like these columns. What I really like about them is they're not only aesthetically pleasing, they've got that really nice functionality. They're actually kind of holding and supporting this section here, which I'm guessing you would want to have some sort of a decoration or something going across. I see you started with the fancy stone there, so I'd imagine you would want to put some sort of a fancy something going across it. It's pretty cool. Alright, see you later, Warcraft man. Yeah, those look appropriate. I get they do. They look ogre enough. Yeah, Evercast tonight, Dark Boo. Evercast every Sunday. And if not, I wouldn't be the person who would know. You would need to check with Chewy or Tanlin or... I think it's Tanlin's birthday today, actually, so... Yeah. Alright. So this almost has kind of a similar thing going on as the other roof. It's the same pattern. It almost once again has that kind of Victorian look to it. But this is using those custom lanterns that we saw over on the other side, and they do look great. They're pretty cool. The oval's a little bit interesting, but it's pretty neat. Yeah, I don't... Whoops. Later chosen. Yeah, I'm just not sure about Ogre ceilings yet. That looks pretty cool there. Gotcha, Paradigm. I wrote it. They actually said there's going to be multiple human styles, which to me, I'm like, well, what the hell? Why are humans special? Why, humans and elves are the only ones who have the different cultures to them. Why don't we have other cultures of Karens and ogres and dwarves and all of that? Like, that's bull. Overlay intricate details. Overly intricate details. Yeah, I mean, this is... Brickwork is not overly intricate. I would say... This here, I wouldn't say is too intricate. It's a functional pattern. It's cool. It looks like you could use it for some sort of or modular construction, or that they're modularly designed, and you just kind of use the sections you need. I don't know. It's pretty cool looking, I think. I don't think it's too heavily detailed. There's not really any micros being used. Everything's a coarse size. Huh. Well, here's once again an example of ogre style. Whoops. So from this you can see on the right, that column, that's kind of large ornate detail. The pathway that the characters are standing on, those are kind of like large cobbles or bricks. Um, those banners on the wall segments are on the gate. They're huge. The writing on them is gigantic. Each one of those characters is about as big as a person. Um, that wall on the left you can see a bit of extra detail on as well. There's those little circular shapes and stuff, so there's a little bit of like semi-intricate sort of stuff, but um, not a high amount of it. I mean, those are large circles. Those are still like the smallest circle is about as big as a person, or maybe the medium circle. I guess not the largest one, but the one inside of it. Anyway, let me pull that image back down. Half ruin. Well, that's the thing. It's like if just the gladiatorial part of Roman culture went off and became its own race of giant ass whoopers that aren't stupid, that aren't savages, but are rather quite civilized. You know, that's what the ogres basically are. That's basically kind of how their style and their mentality and stuff sort of goes through, plays out. So, cool stuff. Let's look at this fire here. I like the way that it's placed inside that column there, because it doesn't destroy the column. The column's still got that kind of center space supporting it, and these parts on the sides they're supporting, so it's not really losing a lot of reinforcement at all, if any. Yeah, I know Aroda, but it's not Roman Empire. It's, you know, a culture that, you know, let's say, I don't know, 10, 20 generations removed or something, perhaps. Or not, I don't know. It's hard to kind of compare it to real world analogs. Try that again. Make sure I get a good screenshot there. Whoops. That was falling damage. Oh, I'll just fly back over here. Or teleport. There's a cave right by this fire. How nice. That's a Karen build. Whoops. Go north from here. Yeah, graphics are definitely smoother. I wonder why this showed up. Yep. Oh, I guess everybody has some sort of special permissions here. But we're still not there yet. Oh yeah, I've seen tons of gears. Oh, you mean since the last update? Haven't tried. I'm sure I could. That's what the LOD system's supposed to help with, though. Alright, so let's check this place out. Man, my right click has just been freaking out. I might need to swap out and get a new mouse going or something. Alright. Turn off my UI. A skull on a stick. Well, nothing's complete, Aroda. These columns are definitely not the style that we saw in the style guide. They just kind of have a round bowing, so very plain kind of column. Not Ogre style. Yeah, they still do have loads of work to do. Those do look pretty cool to not only top the columns, but serve as kind of light sources. It's pretty cool. But I can't get inside. Not even there. Nah. Getting the one build right. Thank you. Alright. dining table, some barrels, some leather being tanned here. Very cool. A little wash bucket. Fireplace tools for some reason. The blood dripping bucket got knocked over. That's gross. That probably smells. Yeah, even for doors. Chains going along here. That's cool. I like the chain lining the stairs here. That's really cool. Hey, I've seen that symbol before. I've seen this bed before. This is that naughty bed we saw at that other build. Because if your bed's got things and a chain attached to it, probably not used for just any old ordinary purposes. Just saying. Alright, and then up here, we checked this out earlier. Cool stuff. Now let's check this out. This is actually, I think this is pretty cool, and I think it actually does fit the style quite well. These teeny little columns here, supporting next to these, or above these rather, that looks really cool. I think that works really well. The horn sconces, I'll have to, oh yes, horn sconces work well. Very well. I didn't even notice. They're actually a really awesome detail. It's pretty cool. Definitely a really nice nice build you've got going on here. So let me move to take a picture here. Very cool, Zigothor. Damn, have I been muted this whole time? I do like that there. Damn it. I don't know how it keeps getting muted. What I was saying is I like I think the straight column's probably not too big of a deal. But you could definitely, if you wanted to, replace it with one that's actually got the proper shaping to it. And then the other thing is actually adding the metal hooks or the metal rings that these chains would be attached to. And if you're doing that, you could even add a metal rail basically going across here for you know, what's holding the chains up or whatever. You could also, if you were going to do that, potentially widen this area here and have like a metal ring going up around like iron or something, and over here. Damn, I gotta close the door. That sounds terrible. Alright. So. Yeah, there you go. Some of that action. I like the hooks. So the fire, you just have a fire here that's cooking. I like the way you did that with the, it looks like one of the twisted wood logs or something. We've got the meat getting cooked on it. It seems that this is really weird though, just kind of sticking out of the ground here. I would recommend to have something kind of surrounding it a little bit, not necessarily coming up around the side so much as just that the floor and maybe a circle around it is a different material, so that way it looks like, you know, that area is actually designated for cooking, and all of the meat drip-ins and any, you know, embers that, you know, fly, or not necessarily embers, but any like grease that flies off because it got hot and kind of popped or whatever. You know, it's going on a specific place on the floor, and it's not something that's, you know, the same as the brick, but something that's maybe a little smoother and easier to clean. Yeah, a little bit of a fire pit you could do too, and actually kind of raise up the area just a little bit. I could also see maybe moving it just a little bit further from the couch, because if that's the concern, I could see, you know, grease and stuff getting all up in here, or smoke potentially starting to get up in the cushions there. But that's totally up to you. How you doing, Alley Cat? All right. Open air is definitely ogre style. Would now this is a weird question. Would an ogre live in the desert? Would they build in the desert? Is this what an ogre build would look like in the desert? Desert outpost? Yeah, I guess so. Well, since with the desert, or with the jungle rather, they sometimes like to have some of the natural space kind of in the build. I could see maybe part of this area here having something that kind of looks like the natural desert biome still kind of in place, and maybe cacti or one of those trees or a couple of things kind of still existing there. Meant to be a small town eventually. Cool. Neat. Cool stuff. Oh, cool. Pretty sure I already got pictures. I'm gonna do it one more time. Alright. Let's move it along. Was there anything else you wanted feedback on, by the way? And while we're here, there's something I want to look at. Looks good. Looks good. Alright. This build looks cool. Let's check it out. I'm not sure where you're supposed to enter from, but it really does look cool. I like the fabric draping everywhere. I don't know, is this just a hangout area or something? What is it? I like it. Not sure exactly what it is, but looks cool. Do ogres use roof tiles? Do ogres use roof tiles? Do ogres use roof tiles? Let's see. No, I don't think they use roof tiles. This would have roof tiles on the building, not the one on the left, but the second from the left, the entryway, that little arched entrance to it. There would be roof tiles on it. No, no, no. I mean, go with it if you want to. You're supposed to do your own interpretation. Yeah, your own interpretation of, you know, ogre style, and however you want to do it. peaked roof. I don't know. I figured they would just be rocking flat stone on top. They might use stone roof tiles, not wood. There you go. Stone roof tiles makes a lot more sense. Think the wood ones? I think the wood ones go well with the red fabric down here, but I'm saying that it doesn't really appear to mesh with the style guide. Nobody did method. That is an entryway or a window or what? I don't really know. Like red roof tiles? Oh, I see. I get what you're getting at. Alright. Let's, whoops. Whoops. Let's get up to here. Get the angle that we want to show the place off. And then mesh screenshot key as I fall. I hope one of them looks great. Hey, that's a nice looking shield. Is that what that is? Alright. I think that's all the ones nearby here. What's this? I can't tell from here. Alright, so who has an ogre build that they would like to have checked out? That's really cool. This actually makes me think of World of Warcraft a bit. It's pretty neat. Oh, gotcha. I have toured it before, haven't I? Henna's main build? That's not nearby here? This isn't the place I was just... This is the place I was just at. Oh, on Levy? Gotcha. Visit claim. So how is this different than the one that we checked out? No, we definitely checked this out earlier. We most definitely checked that out earlier. We checked out Daggett's place. Georgie's. That one. Jack's. That'll be the next one we visit. D-man. Yeah, no problem, Paradigm. It was in the earlier part of the show. Oh, Jinsung's got one? Sure. Can't find it. You know what? The show's gonna be over before 59 minutes. Let me check that out. There. That'll do better. Yeah, I've been voting dwarf too. I'd love to be able to do the dwarf stuff. Shag! How you doing, Shag? Welcome, welcome. Do you have a build to tour? Does not appear that I can see an ogre build under the name Shag. I'd love to check it out if you got one though. I'm doing pretty good. Oh no. No problem. Whiskey. Alright, back towards this one. Shag Fu. A circling tutorial. Are you talking about making circles, or are you talking about PvP video? I think I'm going to switch this up to the other direction here. Alright. Switching it up. Oh, I got you. That's cool. Whoops. Alright. So let me... Whoops, not customer support. Game settings. There. Game settings. When I click it off, keep it off. Alright. Sure, Shag. This almost looks more Asian, doesn't it? Oh, nice. Cool stuff. Brass anvils. I'm sure people could design something. I don't know if people make anvils out of brass. The Chinese theater, Rec MMO. Fancy schmancy. This doesn't look sturdy. It looks really, really cool, but it doesn't really look stable. 2 points doesn't really seem like enough. It seems like it should have, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 back there. And possibly even having them come to like a triangular or an angled sort of thing to leave an interesting sort of shape rather than just a square shape for the gap. This right here looks like, you know, an earthquake or something. It would just fall right over. That's fancy. Metal benches. Cobalt benches, interesting. Sony Shock hosting me for 59 viewers. Holy crap. Sony Shock, what were you doing, man? You had a lot of people showing. Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you and everybody in Sony Shock's channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Nice array of weapons here. I like it. Various maimers and maulers. For ogres, though, these all look like one-handed weapons, to be honest. This is like a dagger for an ogre. Minnie was playing Minecraft. Awesome. Cool deal. Did you have fun playing with Creme in the crowd yesterday? I know he joined up at some point. Good stuff. Mini Shock drew the crowd. Nice. Alright. So, continuing along with the tour here. Actually, let's finish the bottom floor before we start going up places. I do like the water. Kind of not only is the entryway, but as a way to kind of split the space there. Very cool. Alright, we got these nice blue lanterns here. That's a really interesting kind of way to change up the space, because I see a lot of the red light from the outside coming from this and coming from this. But then as you get more towards the inside, having these blue lights, it kind of creates an interesting contrast. I like it. Not really sure about these shapes. What do you folks think? I mean, it's a combination of the shape looks weird, and if you're using a brick material that's this thick, I think you need to have thick bricks, like thick walls. It doesn't make sense to make, you know, thin bricks like this and stack them to make a wall out of them. So if that's the brick material being used, I think it definitely needs to be thicker here. Shag. Maybe a little bit. Not sure, Mello. I think you're right. That's cool. Once again, that's got more of that kind of Asian latticey look to it, and while it looked right for Karen, I'm not really sure. We haven't really seen. Let me once again bring it back up here. Let's see. I really don't see anything even close to that, anything lattice-like, honestly. Alright. So that's it's an odd detail to have in here. I think it's cool, and there might be another culture, another race that we have that this would work for. Maybe it's more of an Ixar sort of thing, but for Ogre it doesn't quite seem to make sense. It looks really cool though. I like the gap that they've got here. I don't know if this is I guess it'd be wide enough for an Ogre to be able to get through if they needed to. Got one of those maimers. Kind of uses is either a decoration or maybe that's a tomb or something. I don't know. Some sort of memorial piece. Pretty sweet. Alright. Let's go up and check the second floor of some of these places here. These columns... That's true, Daniel. These columns just really don't, neither these ones here at the door nor these ones here communicate Ogre to me based on the style guide. These are at least a little bit closer, but they still don't really like they're a big leap from the style guide. These ones as well. So it's something where this is definitely a build that's meant to kind of go in a different direction. And this might have actually started, for all I know, before the Ogre contest even began, because it actually has a decent amount of detail and completeness to it. I like this a lot. I like the I think it's metal going along the kind of stone that's covering this. That seems like that'd be super heavy though. I could probably stand to be thinner. That staircase doesn't really seem ogre. The windows are fine, I think. They're functional. We've seen some pretty ornate windows that also look pretty good too. Columns. If there was a column that kind of went through here and here, and maybe even a larger one here, or maybe get these a little closer together and put it here in the middle of them. Another column, another column, and line the windows with columns, like even smaller ones. I think it would look great. These columns on the outside that are kind of offset from the edges of the window are a little bit weird. Instead of supporting the window system, it actually kind of conflicts with it and cuts your visual space rather than kind of directing it in a sense. Still, pretty cool. Definitely a great start. Definitely hope to see more changes and improvements before it gets submitted for the final competition. Looks cool. Seems like a pretty neat build. Alright. Where do I want to get that screenshot from? I guess I want to get the front gate and a shot of the inside. Why'd it flip around on me? Yeah, there's a lot of builders still playing Landmark. Not all of them are that social, and the circles that you folks that know me a little bit better might be more involved with it. No, there's a lot of people building. There's a lot of talent out there. Yeah. So, what's good with you, Countess? Have you been working on any Ogre stuff, or are you on hold from theme builds for a moment? Or competition builds, rather. Ogre fumblings. I'll check out some Ogre fumblings. While it's teleporting, I'm gonna go grab a little bit more water. And here we are, Ogre Fumblings. Looks pretty cool. Ooh. Looks incredibly cool. Is what a heart. That looks like a bunny, actually. Yeah, doesn't it? Does it look like a bunny? It's the little nose, it's the ears, it's the front, the hind, the little tail. It's all ready to jump. That's what I see in it. The bunny. Oh, this? Yeah, the ornate stone has kind of a funny cut to it. This actually looks like a mustache here. Kind of looks like a mustache. Badaji, how's it going? Rorschach bunny. Good one, Cools. Good one. How you doing? Cools, are you working on an ogre build? Anyway, so what I was going to say about this is almost got an inverse weighting of the what we see in the style guide. This is actually 2/3 of more of the reinforced and 1/3 of the thinner, smaller area. That's kind of neat. Awesome, Cools. Well, once we're done here, I definitely plan to go and give it a visit. So what I'd been saying about the spikes on columns and spikes on things, the triangle shape is what's being communicated. It's not the spike pointing at you and trying to be intimidating. It's the triangles coming off of it and giving you that triangular shape. So it works well on those. And it works well on these too because it's adding that triangular shape. But once again, it's not about spikes, it's about triangles. Should give it another try. I like that there. It's a little on the darker side, but I think it definitely fits with the style. If we had a like a copper or a bronze version of this, I think that would work perfectly. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like a animal head sort of shape or animal skull sort of shape. It's pretty cool. Ooh, good use of that oxidized brass there to line the planter. Very nice touch. Very well done. Ooh, I like those triangles going around. It looked like a mistake for a moment, but then I noticed, oh no, that is most definitely intentional. That is nice. Nice bit of pattern. I could see it being inverted going around, having it go down, up, down, up, down on this side and this side. I see there's a little roughness with the connection there, but that's fine. I'm sure that can be resolved, or some prop or something can be used to kind of encircle it. Actually, yeah, I think chain, if chain was used to encircle the base of that, it would definitely cover those nasty voxels and make it look a lot cleaner. Neat. Fire pits, basically. Could even put some of the lava material in there to give it more of a you know, a simmer or a cindery, you know, burning ember sorts of look. I think the row of spikes might be excessive on this. I mean, it communicates as triangles when you're below it, but from a distance, you only really need the one triangle. I guess it works because you're adding multiple triangles and you're getting more of that negative space in it. So that's, I suppose that counts. But that could just as easily have one spike or two spikes on each side and look just as good. Oh, Botog, I might have called it a crap shack. I used to have the show Castles and Crap Shacks. It was a tour show that started in Alpha. Again, very nice use of the oxidized brass. I like it being used here near the metal. This chain just kind of wrapped around it here. That's a really neat look. I don't... Do we see something like that in the that cityscape shot? No, maybe a little bit. I mean, the things are curling inward, not outward. And that's kind of a consistent theme. Everything seems like it's curling inward. The little spirally things near the fire pits towards the bottom, on those columns, it looks like they kind of more circle inward. On the columns to the right side, on the left side, circle inward. The gates, the things that are holding the banners towards the top of those are curving inward too. So I think that's something that's maybe a motif of Ogre that should probably be you know, worked on and accentuated, is things curling inward rather than curling outward. Toothy. Yeah, it looks toothy as well. I definitely agree. These are definitely very smooth. Lean Romanish, yeah, definitely. Well, that's what they said, is basically kind of like gladiatorial culture, almost like removed from the Roman Empire and becoming its own empire. This is an interesting contrast here between this and this, or rather between those two rather and this one here. I like that these two are connected. I'm guessing a light source would go there or something, but then the rest of them there are just kind of freestanding on their own. It could be connected like this one is too, though. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that. Yeah, that's true, Daniel. Then we have, with these, I really like the angles. Got that really good flat angle. Okay, so anyway, yeah, great angles here. I really like the thick band going through. But the thing that's weird is the height of this doesn't really line up with the height of this. So we get the same pattern, but we don't get all of it. This one goes a little bit higher, and it looks like this one maybe goes the same height or maybe a little lower even. It's cool though. For something like this, where it's kind of square like this, they could actually cut a box out and kind of push it in a bit and add some extra detail. I do like this column. These columns, they're not bad, they're not necessarily wrong, but they don't really do what the style guide is looking for. Now let me just take another look back here real quick. That cityscape, these are kind of, we do have some straighter columns. Most of them have that kind of angled and rounded look. Of course, some of the ones that we see here are what the heck is that? Oh. I'll have to check that some other time. They're too even. Yeah. These columns, though, these are going to be replacing those. These look nice. These are good. Alright. Need to be fatter at the base? Yeah, I could see that. Oh, that's an interesting place to be trying to get those columns in. Whoop! Head bonker. Literal head bonker stairs. Alright. Alright, and then on the outside here, I like the way that this is done, these kind of columns going down. That's a good way to treat things, a good way to help kind of distribute the weight. I especially like the angle going on these, and I really hope to see more of that sort of thing. It's also being done here, so I could see these being done here too, giving it a little bit more angle, be a little bit more structural, later load underneath. Yeah, I know. That's true, Shag. Oh, wait, whoops. I didn't click it off. Heh. I see what you mean. It's like, oh, wait. Yeah, well, we do see artwork. That's right. Anyway, sorry. Let me get back to that there. So, like I was saying, the columns, they're straight. They're, you know, they have more of a squarish base, more almost of a dwarfish column probably. But if these are going to replace it, these look really, really nice. Those look great. Head bonk. And I like the way the walls are done here, the different layers. It doesn't feel busy anywhere. It feels well balanced and very nice, very elegant. So this could use the stone roof tiles, or it could stay just the way it is right now. Anyway, let me go back over to the side and say what I was saying about the stuff that's reinforced over here. So how these are going down, how this is and not only where the columns have that extra section where it's held up to, or stuck out to kind of hold them up, but I also like how this one's got this taper to it, and these ones also have that taper to them. I think that would work great here, not only making it a little bit fatter as it gets down, but also doing the same thing on this angle, getting it fatter going this way too. Yeah, this build's looking great. It's definitely a great start, Rec. I 100% agree. That's pretty cool. That could be tile or not, doesn't have to. This could also be roof tile or not, doesn't have to, using the stone roof tile. Those look kind of neat like that, but I'm not sure if it looks good the way these intersect, and they don't really necessarily look that great intersecting on the inside either, so I would definitely probably look at some way to redo those. Maybe that's the place to do the square columns instead of the round ones. And I can see, because of the paths going up, these ones it makes sense being square, but the rest of them, they definitely seem more like they should be round, unless they've also got other stairs and stuff that they're building off from. Cool build. Cool build. I like that little treatment there, that's nice. Oh yeah, that's not how we gotta do it. We just have to turn off the UI and fly in place. And mesh, print screen. Alright. Good stuff. Cool, we're heading your way now. Cool's Ogre Palace. Build the square ones into a wall, and the round ones are not built into a wall. Good point, good point. Landmark broke dead. No. No landmark. Alright, here we are. Hey, you work quickly, my man. And not take long. Alright, I think it's all loaded in. First off, that's great. Not only does it have that proper kind of curling inward effect, it's kind of got that sharpness to it. Looks great. Almost has like a wave type shape to it too in the negative space, but that's cool too. The negative space also looks like it's curving in on itself. And if you wanted to work with that and accentuate it more, you could add like another metal piece that kind of goes up here and then kind of comes back down here or something and just creates another double crescent sort of shape to kind of further accentuate the shape here. But it's entirely unnecessary. You totally don't have to. It'd just be another way if you want to do more with the space there. Those are pretty cool. It kind of looks like an elephant with a riveted mustache and bird wings or something. I don't know, whatever. It looks pretty cool. I like how, once again, they curve inward. Very cool. Looks good. Tall, square things. That's they're giant segments here. They're huge. And that definitely makes sense for ogres. Now I can see this doorway hasn't fully been worked. That staircase is pretty good. I like it. Yeah, I can see it's still a work in progress. I mean, you can see it's all a work in progress, but some more solid stone, less brick. Not necessarily. They do like their solid stone, but I think dark elves are the ones that are, you know, really 100% solid stone. Yeah, you do need bricks. I mean, ogres can't all be solid stone. Definitely bricks needed. I'm not saying you specifically need. I'm just saying bricks are a requirement for ogres playing beer pong, huh? Ogre big screen. You know that stuff isn't gonna fly in EverQuest Next, right? These columns. These columns are lovely. So the you kind of added some manual rivets to them. It looks pretty cool. The shape of these, it's not quite 1/3, 2/3, but you know, it's good enough. It looks good. It's got the nice flat angles supporting the circular style to them. I like these posts holding up the banners too. Those look awesome. Those look dynamite. Very well done. Yeah. Hey, look at that, and some of that nature. And you can actually have more of this, like they showed in the some of the art, and you've even got a bit of it going here, where the grass is starting to kind of get out, and you got like vines and stuff trying to get their way out from here to other places. Fugazied. It's our good friend Fugazied. Good stuff. Just dropping by for a visit. Alright. That looks great. That definitely, it has the appearance of some sort of an animal sort of head with the like the horns and the teeth on it, but at the same time it's, you know, a fancy wall sconce. Very nice. I like it a lot. Ooh. Well, where do these go? I see. So you have a battle arena. Secret fabrics, huh? That's also cool. Like a spiky shelled sort of thing. Skulls. Arena-ness. Oh, this is a fairly decent sized arena. Gotcha, Shag. Yeah. That should be a pretty cool one. Alright. I actually can't jump out of there. I actually had to grapple out. I think it's just the, like where the height of the water is or something. I just don't know. Like, we keep seeing the roofs that have this kind of repetitious pattern that unfortunately gives it this like Victorian kind of look to it, and I don't really think that's necessarily the Ogre style. I don't really know what Roman roofs look like, but this doesn't really feel Ogre to me at all. Big repeating pattern roof, just plus on top of that, it doesn't even line up with your columns and everything. Roman, yeah. Oh, this style here is Roman. It just, for some reason, it just doesn't communicate to me as being Ogre. Well, let's kind of think about this. What would it take to What would it take to ogre up the ceiling here? I feel like large metal patterns like this, or like a larger version of this or something, and just having big metal chunks, like having them look like big metal braces, and then maybe having little seams here and there that the metal braces are basically kind of holding in place, making it look like, no, it's not necessarily one gigantic slab of stone that they just kind of hoisted up there, but they're very, very large, like, I don't know, like 80 by 80 voxel size slabs that are being held together with chunks of metal, and that's kind of how it's being reinforced and held in place. That could be a way to do it. That'd be an interesting way to kind of try to treat the roof, give it some variation, give it some different space, and get some metal involved even. But I don't know if that would work. Cools, I really, really like what you've got going on here, and we're going to do another quick little pass through here, but we are definitely getting towards the end of the show, so I need to start looking at the wrap-up. I like the grassiness and foliage and stuff that's kind of dripping over the side. That looks really, really cool. This grassy area is, you know, doing that whole keeping the jungle around sort of thing. You tried that? Oh, okay. Soul Tell Smile. Ogre Pope. Alright. Soul Tell Smile, are you here? You actually have to respond to claim a prize. Oh, and your signature, yeah, what's it called? With the light and the time and the shadow, the word escapes me at the moment. But yeah, if this is Roman, then I would definitely. Oh, Sundial. There we go. Soul Tell Smile is not here. Mana Road. Telling time for screenshots? Gotcha. Nice. Mana Road, what would you like? Chosen, if you are here. I think Chosen left when they went to go raid the fridge. I think this is more where I want to get the screenshot. Alright. Yeah, Mana Road, you certainly can. Alright, Chosen is definitely not here. FX Dragon. Alright, FX Dragon, what would you like, buddy? You got it. That's great, because I got an extra 25 of them at some point a couple months ago, so I have plenty of those to give away. Alright, everybody, then I guess this is time to wrap up the show. So we're all heading to Evercast. I will see you folks over there on the Evercast show. Have a good one, and enjoy your ogre building. In fact, if you have an ogre build that you'd like to have toured next week, definitely hit me up. There's forms down below on the Twitch page. Go find the submission form for content and creations, put in an application, and we will check you out. Hey, Apothecary. Yeah, we're going to Evercast show. This is done. See y'all later.